Okay. All right. Welcome, everybody. I'm going to give a few minutes to see if we have anybody coming in before I start. If not, I'll just go and you can watch it later. But welcome to Binkkits' house. Let me give our channel information. I am on StreamYard. I am streaming on YouTube, Twitch, Kick, and X. We have room for more slots, but we're starting out here. Binkkits' house is a new channel where I do digital illustration, and I apply it to images that I have. I have a mini set here that I created, and I take photographs of my mini set, and then I draw an illustration. I draw my characters into the mini set. So take this. So today we are going to be covering, we're going to have all three characters. I'm going to try to do that every time, have all three characters in each of the panels. There's Binkkit. There's Lonesome. And here is Patchy. And I was trying to decide last episode what the genders are. Patchy is designed with a departed friend who I love very much, and it's based on her character and her personality. Binkkit is the replacement for the old character I had, who was a doggy. He was my muse, and unfortunately, he went over the Rainbow Bridge. And Lonesome is named after a lamb that we raised at my grandparents' house, whose his first-time mother, they got separated after he was born, and we couldn't. Once that happened, sometimes you can't reconnect them or rebond them. So then we were bottle feeding Lonesome, and his name's Lonesome because he was missing his mama. But I think Lonesome, instead of being a boy, I think I'm gonna make Lonesome a girl. Just the butterfly feathers and everything, and the long eyelashes. And Binkkit's a boy, Patchy's a girl, Lonesome's a girl. Okay. So today we are going to be working on this illustration, and I've pre-sketched the scene out, took a photograph. This is just a regular graphite pencil. But, and then I lined it up into the scene, and here's what it looks like behind. You can see how in the opacity there. Like I want Lonesome to be sitting in the chair there. And poor Patchy is not a fan of the flamboyant, glamorous hairstyle. And then Binkkit's going to be holding up a little mirror. So let's get started. And I don't know if we'll have time to do all the characters tonight. I do want to do my main character because she looks so fun.
Indeed.
She looks like she's having a really good time. And initially I was going to have Binkkit behind her and her looking forward with kind of, a quirky smile on her face, kind of looking directly at the camera. And Binkkit was going to be like over top of her with like a brush and a pair of scissors or, hair tease or something like that. But I like this better because you can get the whole like ensemble in the profile with all the little doodads and decorations and her wool do. So
wool do.
I'm going to add a layer here, and I have already preloaded her colors. I just got to remember that she's got a black outline, brown eyes. We'll figure that out after. And she's got kind of like steel blue kind of colored hooves. So I think I'll start out with the outline. So I'll click I on my hotkeys and click on that. So that the paintbrush will have that color. And then I go down to this brown. This is a pressure sensitive brush with like a calligraphy pen. Like it has line variation, which is really important to have line variation when you're doing illustration. Get the right size. I think I want to start with her curls. Oh, my opacity is off. Go up here to opacity and I bring it up to 100%. And this right here is the pressure sensitive toggle. And that's how much flow the brush, and it's like, that's for the airbrush style brushes. Is that line too thick? No, I think that'll be okay.
Yeah, you'll be able to tell when you zoom out.
Yeah. Plus, they're pretty small in the frame.
Right.
And I want to get this curl in there. I couldn't figure out what angle I wanted the ear, so you can see all these ear lines in here.
It's good to have choices.
It is. She has her sassy curls on now. Okay. Should I make her mouth open? Like she's in awe?
That'd be cute.
I got this resource image that I thought was really cute. It's a little lamb bleeding. Like bleating.
Yeah, not bleeding. Bleating.
Bleating. Like Baba. I think what I want to do as well. Oh, that's weird. Oh, that's the other square. Okay. I think what I wanted to do is I wanted to take. Let me see. Take it, and at first I wanted Lonesome to be holding it, but then I figured out that I wanted Binkkit to be holding it. So instead, I thought maybe I could flip. Her hoof over so it's upside down, like she's like, oh, merciful heaven.
Yeah.
Or should I have her put her little hoof on her heart, like, oh my.
Oh, that'd be cute.
I don't know how that would look in the composition. Let me think. Or like holding it a hoof up to her chin. Maybe just flipping this section over. Let me just try it. I'm going to use the lasso tool. And I'm going to go simply like this. then I'm going to copy, make sure I have it on the right layer. I'm on the actual sketch page layer. I'm going to copy this. Then I'm going to go a layer up. And I'm going to, it's Control V is for paste. And then I'm going to flip it vertically. Oops. I got the arrow keys. Free transform it. Whoop. To get the little curvy arrows. That's how you know you can rotate it.
Oh, nice. I like that.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And this little section here, I'll just kind of make it less splayed. How's
Right.
that? Yeah. Okay, checking the layer. Okay, and the eyes are the most important part for her little cute expression. Oh, she's got to have her little eyelash up. And she's got to have her little eyebrows. What do you think?
Yeah, nice.
Okay. We'll come down to her little woolen body. I think I may have these lines. I might have to add just some shading in or something. And I know sheep's limbs don't bend that way, but that's fine.
Lonesomes do.
Yeah. I think I need to do. smooth that out a little bit more. Should I bring this line all the way up or no?
I think it's fine where it's at.
Okay. Okay, so now I need to... Oh, wrong layer. Oopsies. Okay, so her little tummy stops right there at the pizza. Okay. What does that look like in front of the pizza? Oh, she's got her hand on the pizza. Wonder if I should shift her over.
You can just erase it a little bit, to make it look like her hoof is behind the pizza board.
Oh, that's true. Okay, I'll do that. Okay, so now I gotta figure out what color her feather's gonna be. What's behind here? Dark green. I could make it like really pop out and do a complementary color.
Mm.
And it would overlap on the chair a little bit. So complementary of green is purple?
Red.
Green and red. You're right. So I don't know if I want to do red because there's red right there on the chair already. Maybe I'll make it like magenta, like a pale magenta.
Oh, there you go.
It'd be kind of red, but what am I doing? Doing that. Okay. So that means I can take a look at color. You click on the color box over here and it brings up this thing. And you got your main colors according to just the pure rich color, which shade. And then if you take this little slider and you move it around, it takes you to whatever shade you want. But over on the left in the big box, you can see what would happen if you add white or black to it, and every kind of variation you can think of. So here's the magenta. And then you go a little circle. You can choose how bold you want it. Should we go really bold or kind of pale?
Bold.
Bold?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, you know what that means though? I gotta go darker if I want it to pop. What I like to do with my outlines is with the characters, I like to, when I illustrate, sometimes I like to do outlines that are not just plain black. So it's not like a coloring book. It's like, instead of coloring book black lines, I use just darker shades of color when it's on a plain background, when I'm installing it into a photograph, I like to make sure that the main characters have black outlines because of the weird backgrounds and stuff. And then I just kind of, spitball it, once it's in there, and then I can tweak the colors and such. But I think with the feather, being that it's not officially part of the character, I could do the method where I make like a plum outline.
Makes sense to me.
So long as you get the outline of the character, my thinking is that, you can fit it into the space better. I'm an art nerd. I'm just art nerding out right now. And this is, I want it to look like one of those ostrich feathers. Oops. So it must have plumes. There must be lots of plumes. Come on, center. And maybe it's the feather of an emu. Oop. Don't tell me I'm drawing on the wrong layer.
Uh-oh.
I am.
Oh, no.
La 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 la. Control Z, Control Z, Control Z. Wait, what is this one? Oh, that is the other foot. So I need to be up here. Over that, but under this, I think. Something just ran through my head.
What's that?
We pluming now. Oh, we pluming now. If anyone out there hasn't seen the cram sheep video where it's got voiceover, oh my gosh, I was in stitches. What was it specifically? Do you remember the one it was? Was it out like in between the cars and stuff?
Yeah,
like
I'm
around
looking
the
it
bushes
up.
and trees and stuff.
The guy that does the voiceover has.
Oh, he's so good at. He's so
a
good at
comedian,
it.
I think.
Is he? Makes sense. I love those animal voiceovers. They're so funny. Plume, 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 plume. Fancy plume, plumey plume. Okay. Are you watching it?
Yeah, I had to look it up for science purposes.
Oh, okay.
But yeah,
reference material.
I think the guy's name is Tony Baker.
Tony Baker, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Should I drop a link in the chat?
Yeah. I think it's pretty wholesome content.
Yeah, it is.
So don't leave my feed yet. Wait until after and then go check out the cram video. Okay. So now, yeah, we're just white. So I had to put a white background in there. And then I'll add the shading and maybe I'll add some like little cream colored highlights because they're rarely pure white lambs. Usually they're kind of, have a kind of golden hue to them. Okay, so we're just gonna go drag that over to the white. Ta-da! And we're gonna go, I think I'm gonna get rid of this like clone layer. I don't need it anymore. And then I'm gonna go over this layer, but under the outline. This is just how I do it. I don't know how other illustrators do it, but this is how I do it. You see why? You can like color like in a coloring book. And if you cross over the lines a little bit, it's forgiving. When I get down here, when I got the lost and found edges, I'll overlap on purpose and then come back and repair it. And I'll, these little oopsies here, I'll fix it up. I just want to make sure everything is completely filled in. Because if we leave any gaps, when I eliminate this sketch layer, the background image is going to be poking through or peeking through. And we don't want to do that, do we? I guess I don't need to be all that detailed right here. She's solid white. You just do like this. La 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 la. La 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 la. I like how her eyes turned out.
Looks good.
Profile eyes were always fun for me. When I figured it, when I was a kid, I was always doing it like the Egyptians, where it's kind of like facing straight at you. And when I finally figured out how to do the side eyes, it's a V. It's a V with the eyeball in the middle. It's a sideways V. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's a V. And then I lost my fear of doing sideways profile eyes. I make sure I get all of that so that it overlaps the table. And then I can go back and erase it later. Oh, you put all the links in there?
No, you're looking at comments in StreamYard. It's fine.
Oh, okay.
It's just the link.
We're both new to StreamYard.
You got drawings to focus on.
Don't
worry about the comments. That's what I'm here for.
Okay. Thank you, dear. And for those who don't know, Boomer is my husband. We'll be married 30 years at the end of the year. Towards the end of the year. And I've been wanting to do this with him. We met at an art college when we were both young pups. Oops, erase. And got married, had a couple kids, and now both of our children are art nerds like us. And my major was illustration, of course. And yours was industrial design?
Yep.
And that was like designing like products that you see, like hair dryers and, anything you see that has been manufactured, a designer had to draw it first and come up with ideas for it.
Yeah, I wasn't so much interested in hair dryers as I was in cars.
Yeah, you loved cars. Really good artist drawing cars. And then he worked for an engineering company that did contract work for the big three auto industry. And what was it you did over there? Like aftermarket package design and
for the
place
company?
in yeah.
It was concept art, advertising,
Yep. I think my favorite was the Mustang. What was that? The ladies' Mustang design with like the makeup mirror.
Oh, yeah.
The center console. I love that because it's girly and I'm a girl.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we had some fun at that company.
And then I ended up dropping out because I was going to have my son. And then it took me many years to go back to school and get my degree. And Boomer was kind enough to give me his GI Bill so I could get my art degree. And then we moved cross country and my networking completely dried up in the little small private art college I had gone to. We moved out to the sticks. Okay. Here's the basic outline. Now I need that magenta. Where am I at? Swatches. Swatches. So do I do it on the same layer? I don't see any reason why I shouldn't do it on the same layer. Do they still, is this still legal to sell ostrich feathers, or do you have to give them like farmed or something? Or is
I
it just,
have no
is it
idea.
like a no-no?
I didn't know it was illegal in the first place.
I think it's like the fur industry where it's like really frowned upon.
Mm.
And I think some places it's not legal. I'm not 100% sure though. But I remember they were so desirable at one point in time that they were unfortunately taking out way too many ostriches just to get their feathers.
Mm.
So I think they passed some animal cruelty laws concerning it because it was that's just mean, just for dolling up your hat kind of thing. But I bet there's ostrich farms out there where if they molt their feathers, you can get a hold of them. I betcha. There too. Okay. So now I'm going to go back in the outline layer. Is that it? Back in here. I'm going to go back with that plum color. And I think I want to add a little bit more fluff and texture.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. I don't like the overlapping ones. Yeah. See, I look more ostrich. At least plume-like.
Yeah, it's better.
It's this far back in the image, though, so it's not like, a key feature. I think people will know it's a plumy feather. Okay. So now... Oh, I need that blue. No. Yeah, I'm just gonna... I think I only have so many squares for my swatches, so I'm just gonna go back in and highlight it. So now, for my next trick, I need to go on top of that layer. So I'm just going to go directly on this, add another layer. So it's sandwiched between the white layer and the outline layer on top of it. Right now we're just doing boxing in the color, and then I'll add the shading and highlights afterwards. And people have all kinds of techniques, and they do filters, and like digital artists that are truly talented that blow me away. They have all these various like filters and Gaussian blur. Like they have all these techniques that they can do and achieve all these different looks, but I like it this way. I started out as a traditional artist. I'm older, so that stuff is like next level. This is Binkkits house method. This is how we do things here. I think at house people figure out how to do basic illustration as well. Like you can draw something and come in here and watch me draw and see how I colored, and it's a very straightforward kind of methodology that I use. So it's not too intimidating. And if you want to start drawing for yourself, you can start out with a simple bamboo tablet and make sure you get yourself a stylus. They're fairly inexpensive, and I don't use this. That's my emergency software. Like if something were to happen to my Photoshop. The most comparable one, what would you say, Mike? Would it be GIMP?
Yeah, GIMP is
software?
pretty good. It's It's free, I think, right?
Yeah, GIMP, GIMP. And they offer uh, a free download, like a demo version. They're a little bit different in their selection tool, like this quick selection tool. I think they only have the magic wand style, which it detects like edges inside the image, and it grabs everything that it thinks you want it to grab based on the outline.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I have other ways of doing it. I like the paintbrush tool, which is actually why I'm in Photoshop, is because at the time when I was like launching out, like the only one that had a selection tool that I liked was Photoshop. There's another one that's called Krita, Krita. So you have these free downloads. You download them to your desktop or laptop, or a little what's the Wacom, 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 digital drawing tablets it comes with a little stylus and everything, and you can just experiment. Once you figure out layers and how to erase mistakes, or do the simple tasks of copying and pasting and so forth, like once you get going, you can make all kinds of art. And you save it. Just make sure you save it as a non-compressed file, which I personally use PNG format. The PSD is large. TIFFs are huge. JPEGs are not good for saving art. They compress every time you save it and open it or download it or upload it. It compresses and simplifies all the colors, and I don't like that. That's why you get all the weird artifacts and pixelation in images, is because you're saving images as a JPEG. Okay, enough chatter. All right, so now I'm going to go to this brush, I think, and then yet another layer. I want to go on top of this one. And I'm going to start out with a big broad pass. And this is just basically the sheen of a white lamb's hoof. No. So I start out big, make a pass. I want to do it again. And then I go smaller. Make the brush smaller. Make the brush smaller. Ta-da! By using, I'm at 24%, but you can vary it based on your preference. I do it before 4 passes about. That's good. And then I go back in and I clean up my mess. Okay. I do that on her other hoof. Okay. Okay. And now I think, so I don't have so many confusing layers, merge these together. Okay. All right. So now that I merged those 3 coloring layers, I'm going to add another one. And it helps. The reason I use all the layers is because it helps me keep the background clean. Because if I were to paint like airbrush shading directly on the white, if I had made a mistake and needed to erase a portion of it or clean up an area, it would also, when I erased it, it would also erase everything I had worked on previously. You know, like the white underneath that too. So I always add more layers.
They're free. Why not?
Okay. So now I'm just gonna, I think I'm gonna go, whoops, wrong one. This is kind of like a smoky brown color, like almost charcoal. So I think, where am I at? Oh, our offspring is popping up my
Posting video over cats.
Yeah, I'm just gonna close that out because it always takes precedent over what I'm trying to do. So I'm just gonna close Discord down. Okay, that's where I was. So I'm gonna go to swatches. I have my brown, but then I'm gonna go and click on the little color box down here, and I'm gonna drag this slightly darker into the gray. That, I think. And now I got to picture where the light is. So to do that, this kind of has private insider information. The lid is off the top of the mini set in this image. Excuse me. So we got the ambient light coming in from my studio overhead light. But it kind of looks like there's ambient light from coming in a window. Like you can see, I can point out the cheaty cheats here. Look at that. That's, the walls are removable, so I can get the camera in there where I want. And you can see up here, the back of my studio. When I do pictures like this, I always superimpose like foliage from outside over top of it, and then I do a filter on it. So the black framework, whatever you call it, in the panels pops through, and it camouflages my studio. But I see that the light up here is kind of coming in from over here and down. So we're just going to use our imagination and say that the sun is over here by this platter behind the wall. And then I do the opposite side for shading. So now I'm going to switch up brushes. And at first, I'm going to use this really fuzzy brush. And my layers are on. And I'm going to visualize the light hitting over here. So where would the shadows be? It'd be on the opposite side. So I'm going to start broadly shading in the back of Lonesome's will do. And I got to make sure that I'm going to have it way down. Brush. I wish to brush now. Wait. Oh. Brush. B for brush. Yeah, get over there. I had the eraser on the fuzzy. That's the cool thing about a lot of these softwares too, is that you can change out the brush for both the pen paintbrush and the eraser itself, which is always nice. So the back of Lonesome's little noggin and her will do. I'm just going to do a big one, I guess, till I'm satisfied. And it's also going to be under her chin. and kind of give depth to her ears. And then, of course, the back of her neck and shoulder, under her chin, the bottom of her arms, of course, the back of her little ankle there, probably under her arm here, under her ear, behind her ear. Let's see. Back there, back here, under her little tummy over here, under her arm. Under her little lips there. Okay, then we go and we refine it. So not only does she have shading in the back side of her, but she's got extra shading on the underside of curls. On the dark side of the dew. Then you can also get in there with hair texture too, or wool texture, I should say. I'll do that next, because I think that'll be some really fun detail for her. She's thought about this do for a long time. And I'm picturing these little curls and things kind of like in a woolen way, like they're little blobs, like billowy cloud shapes. Under her little hairline. And then the back side of the little lumpy, billowy shape. It's like the little billowy shape is casting a shadow behind it. And it looks kind of muddy until then you start adding highlights and details and stuff and clean it up. And then the magic starts to happen.
Yeah, let her cook.
Let me cook.
Can't judge it until it's all done.
And this is like I tried to tell my kids when they're younger, they would get really frustrated when their artwork looked funny halfway through the process. And I'm like, you see a building constructed halfway through, is it pretty? Like, no. And guess what? If I don't like it, I can start over. See how that works? Oh, and I see a boo-boo. There's been a boo-boo.
Uh-oh.
Do you see it?
I'm not sure what you're looking at. Oh, you missed a spot when you were filling it in.
Oh, whoops.
Oh, there's another boo-boo.
I did another boo-boo. But you get the right layer. Boo-boo's gone. Bye, boo-boo. Okay. And then look at that. Swatch has remembered my shade, so I don't have to go and recreate it again. Okay. And like this is like the little eyeballs is like, it's almost like it closes the eyes of that layer so you can't see the content on that layer. Okay. So it does look kind of like, I don't know if I should add texture to the shading too, or if that would just make it too complicated. Oh, I wonder if I can try one of these brushes. Maybe?
Yeah, you can. Yeah, go for it. You won't know if you like it until you try it.
True.
Just like Brussels sprouts.
True, true. Oh, I like that. Like she's not a seal slipping through the water. She's a lamb with short wool. You think? You like it, Boomer?
I honestly can't tell much difference. But I'm not looking at the tablet.
See the texturing in
Yeah,
there?
I can see it there. It's very subtle on the screen.
I think it'll be more noticeable when I do the still.
Yeah.
Yeah. And yes, I see all of the bleed over stuff too, so I will address that when I get done with the shading portion of it. Also, she has the little kind of, the little eye socket has to be kind of shaded in because it is an indentation. This brush is finicky though.
Yeah, I found all those textured brushes never really kind of did what I wanted them to.
Yeah. Like trying to make a brush that simulates, see how it will not catch these pixels right here? It's just not filling in the way I want it to. I'm gonna go back to the blur brush. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna use this one. And you notice when we first came in, right? We started streaming.
Yeah.
And all these brushes looked exactly the same. It's almost like it takes a while for the brushes to like wake up and assume their assume their actual like icon.
Yeah, they're just loading in the background for 20 minutes.
6% is not enough. Go. Okay. Now I don't know if it'll make a difference, if you'll be able to tell on there or not, but I'm going to try to add some hairlines. Like texture lines. Like Binkkit took a flat iron to some wool. And smoothed it all out. I don't know, I like it. It implies texture.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay, now I'm going to erase it. Erase the edges, not erase the work. Okay, erase, brush, pointy one. Make it erase. Yeah, no, it's not. Erase. I'm going to save it now because it's acting weird again. And I think I'm going to see if I can force it to respond because it's acting weird. It's not erasing, like the erase feature.
You got the right layer selected?
Maybe not. Good idea to check. Oh, no, I don't. Yeah, thank you.
Nail.
Eureka! I wonder where Lonesome is going. Maybe has a date.
I thought she was going to the ball.
Maybe it's a used night out. Always gets me every time. Goofy slider bar. Okay. I'll worry about that later. You can set your scroll bar to zoom in and out, or you can set it to move it up and down. I have mine set to in and out because I zoom in and out so much when I'm doing illustration. But then I have to remember I think it's control scroll for up, down, side to side. I can't remember, but I always forget. And then my little sidebar over here blocks it. I need to add a white layer and a black layer too. So I can check and make sure everything's cleaned up. Hold on, let me try that. In the very bottom. So I do this when if I make like images for sweatshirts or whatever, where it's going to have like a white background. I'll show you what I mean here. Okay. So this is on top of the photograph, but it's underneath everything else, okay? Oops. Come on, brush. Catch up. I was on erase again. Okay. Brush. Cut it all the way up. Okay. Oh, why is Patchy still there? You see that? Where's... Oh, no. Did I save Patchy on top?
She's part of the... She's layer 3?
Why is she showing? And the other one's not.
You got the
Oh, I have it off. Okay,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
So, okay, but, okay, I get it. Never mind. Had me confused for a second there. Okay. So I do that. Sometimes I confuse myself. I go and I do a solid white layer. I said I do a solid... Ugh.
You're erasing layer 12, not 11.
I'm not erasing him. Oh, maybe on top. Okay, here we go. Do you hear the booms?
Mm-hmm.
Outside? What is that?
Thunderstorm?
Sounds like, doesn't sound like thunder to me, but I have my headset on.
Me too.
Okay. So, see that right there? You have a solid white layer up. You can catch that. Erase. Oh, flow is like 9%. Why is flow down for erase? That's weird. So if you go to print out your merch, your illustration merch, and you don't catch that, it'll show up in the print. And sometimes it prints darker than what you have on your screen. And then it ruins it, and you feel silly. So try not to feel silly. Make sure you put a white and a black layer in your artwork and check for the haze. The haze. This is more tedious and stuff than I know a lot of people do it different ways. But I love to zen out with tedious stuff. I don't have time for it nowadays, but I used to love to do stipples. with all the little tiny dots.
Mm-hmm.
And the entire artwork is shaded entirely out of tiny dots. Heavenly.
That's definitely time consuming.
Mm-hmm. I lose hours of time doing tedious stuff like that, but you get my meaning. Okay. So then we'll check with the black background, and I can see I went over that. And that's this layer. Because if you have like that chair sitting behind her is that dark green, you're going to be able to tell these little white edges poking through. Okay. I think I got it all. I think I have it all. Okay. Thank you for your patience, Lonesome. You've been holding that pose like the whole time. Okay. The white. I don't mind this little edge. Kind of like it. Like a lost and found edge. Oh, a boo-boo. What layer are you on? Whoop. Well, if you ever can't find your brush in a screen and it's a little plus, you might want to like use your left bracket to make it smaller. If it won't go smaller and it stays that way, you have your caps lock on. Turn your caps lock off, and then you can shrink and enlarge your brush. I learned that the hard way, repeatedly. Okay, now we're going to go back to swatches. We'll go with that original brown. Is it brown? Yeah, Patchy Sizer green. And then I think we'll go into just the regular color layer. Oops. And we'll just do like this. Okay. And then I think she's going to be far enough away that I can just do. I like to do the double, the upside down exclamation point. And I think I'll do it on the line. Yeah. I do the top one and then I follow the curve of the eyeball. Yeah. Let me just grab a black. I can really make that dark. Okay. And if I do really large images with eyeballs, I'll literally put in a highlight, you know, to reflect like the sheen of the tears in your eyes, and add a little bit of shading around the edges of it, like very light shading around it. It really does help the depth pop. You have pretty eyes. Okay, so now I want that brush, but now I want, where's my regular pink? Oh, I closed out my other ones trying to figure it out. I can just use the Binkkit pink. Standard Binkkit pink.
Pink it.
I will pink it. But I gotta do it under. I gotta do it here. Or no, here. Yeah. Here. And inside of her little mouth. Fun fact: sheep do not have top front teeth. So a sheep can't really bite you. Not unless you put your hand like way down there inside their mouth. But goats are like that too, aren't they?
I don't know.
Horses, on the other hand, do have.
Yep, horses definitely have top teeth.
And they sometimes use them when they're angry.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and I just want the cutest little hint of pink on her little muzzle and lips. Yeah. Now, I think, you know what, I do want to shade down the slope of her nose, just like one stroke. It just feels right. Oh, what am I doing? Okay. And I think I'm going to do this on a different layer, so I can clean it up if I mess it up.
Oh,
ooh, bless you. Oh my goodness.
That came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
I had no time to mute my mic.
Surprise sneeze. Is that the right brush? Yes. Okay. Am I on the right layer? Yes. 19%. Oh, it's because it's pink. I'm not just pink. I'm super pale pink. I'll go back to the brown. I'm going to do like that. And again. Oh, and also. I'm going to go back in and clean it up for her cute little peepers. All right, so now she's pretty much done. I'm happy with the results for the purposes of this adventure. But I do want to go back to that magenta. Okay. And I do want to highlight and shade. Actually, I should do the plum first. Highlight and shade the plume. The feathers. Brush. So first we're going to go in over here. Brush, where are you? It's on the right opacity. Okay. Why did you get teeny on me? There we go. No, I don't want erase. I want erase all the way up. Come over here. Get the back of it. And then we'll go in. Go in and do some like little spot shading. Kind of give it some volume. Hmm. Okay, then I'm going to. The cool part is always my favorite part is when I remove the background sketch behind it when she's all finished, when the character's all finished, and reveals the kind of final product. Okay, swatches. Okay, I'm gonna go into that magenta. I'm gonna open up that window and see where the circle's over here. I'm gonna slide it about halfway over. So it's still the same shade, but a lighter on the scale. Add another layer. Then I'm gonna add some brush. Is that oh, wait. No, it's a new layer. Okay, we're good. You know what? That's not gonna work. I think I'm gonna need to go straight like major pink here. Another trick too is if you block in color and it's just like you take a step back and it looks too loud or bright, you can then go to the layers, go to opacity, and reduce the opacity down. See? That's always a nice feature.
It's a good trick.
Thanks. And remember to constantly save. I know some people like have autosave feature put into place, but I like to control where I save. It helps with my workflow. So I just try to remember to save often. Bring up the opacity a little bit. Shrink down my brush. Add some more texture lines, more highlights. Now I'm going to even overlap here, but first I want to turn on my black layer, make sure. The black helps with the light, the highlights, and the white layer helps with the darker shades. Brush. So, and I'm even going to kind of come out kind of like that. So it looks more feathery. See, feathery. Okay. All right. Saving it. Are we about ready for the big reveal?
Yeah, do it.
Okay. Ta-da! Now let me... What I do is every layer that is her, I am going to merge together as is. So if she disappears entirely, when you click on it, you got it all. Okay, so then I take her layer and I reduce the opacity down so you can see that she's ghost lonesome. So then I am going to erase that pizza in front of her little hoof. And I'm going to follow the contour of the pizza with my eraser tool. Okay, then I bring her back up, make sure it makes sense. Look at that.
Brilliant.
Lonesome's eating pizza and getting the hair done. I'm so happy. Okay. File. Save. So I'll try to come up with some new ideas. I haven't decided based on like how the week goes. Boomer is repairing our front deck porch this week, so I might have to just return back to this one because I don't know how conducive bang 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 drill sound is going to be to creativity. What do you think, Boomer? Should I finish it up this week or should I come up with a brand new idea?
Oh, I mean, you could do the other two characters next time.
Okay. I think they'll be more, well, Patchy is complicated.
Yeah.
Yeah, Patchy's got a lot of details and stuff. And her stripes, I want to make sure I get her right. But I think it's fairly simple, straightforward. Little bunny design. I just got to figure out this angle with this paw. Like this paw is like stretched way out. So I might have to take this and like flatten it more side to side, like squish it so it's at a even more severe angle kind of thing. That makes sense. So that this paw won't be so far out away from his little body. Okay. So here's what we got so far.
Very nice.
Thank you. Okay, well, I think that's going to be it for tonight. I think we will end up finishing up those two characters next Saturday. I thank you all so very much for tuning in. If you come in later, you can view my... Wait, where is it? View my channel. We'll be expanding too. I think I got 4 more slots. So I think I want to go Telegram, True Social, and Rumble, and then there's a 4th one I haven't decided yet. But if you want to go and screenshot this or pause it and find your favorite platform, I'm on YouTube, Twitch, Kick, and X, and we will be rolling out to see if I can get on these other platforms. But we're so new to this StreamYard thing. Any understanding will be greatly appreciated by us. So please forgive us if we're noobs at this. But once again, thank you for tuning in. Have a wonderful rest of your weekend and have a great week coming forward. Have a great night. Bye guys.
Night.